Hey guys, just a quick disclaimer. I'm going to go over some of the pre-debut stuff like the trailers and everything and about the group before I get to the music video. So if you are interested in just the video, I will put up here exactly when that music video starts, but I really wanted just to learn about who these girls were kind of and just get a feel for the vibe of them and some of the controversy and stuff that's been going around with their early debut. So stick around or don't. Thanks. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Big day today in that it is the debut of a new JYP girl group, Nmixx. Now I've heard many things about this group leading up to this, but have really just stayed away from a lot of the conversation because it has been very negative. There has been things that I could see being realistic that people are saying about this group, and I guess concept-wise, and it being very similar to other groups, but that kind of cross-pollination in art in general, let alone music, is always going to happen, so I take things with a grain of salt. We know how Twitter stan culture stuff can get absolutely extreme, so at the same time I'm going to be looking at things at just the most open that I can. So to learn this group, we're going to be looking at the members first of all, then into the kind of New Frontier declaration thing they had. I know they have a storyline. Every group nowadays has a storyline. It's like required basically. They have a debut trailer, and then we will finally get to the song, which I don't even know how you would pronounce it. It's like the wide open eye face, like that's what it looks like. 0000, I have no idea. So let's first look at these members here. So let's bring it up. First member we got is Haewon. She is born in 2003, so yeah, it's just gonna be this way. We're gonna have these really young girls here, and maybe it's just me in that I'm getting older, and it's crazy to me that someone's gonna be born in 2006 and debuting in a group. But she is the leader, a vocalist. I think everyone here is Korean, except there's one member here, Lily, that is Korean Australian. She was born in 2002, a vocalist. It's interesting in itself that JYP is debuting another girl group, in my head, pretty early. I mean, ITZY isn't really exactly that old. They're still a pretty new group, and you still have Twice going, so 3 active girl groups at the same time. I'm not sure if that really has been done before exactly. It seems like a lot. Next member is Seolyoon. She was born in 2004, vocalist and dancer. All right, moving on, we've got Jinny. Similar to like Secret Number, Jinny, 2004. All right, another Korean member. I think they're all Korean now after that. Bae, the name Bae. So they're capturing the oh, but her actual birth name is Baejin Sol. So really, they aren't going for a reach here. That makes sense. I'll take it. 2004 baby. Jiwoo, she's 2005, rapper, vocalist, dancer. Bae was a vocalist and a dancer as well. I'm not sure if there's an emphasis on this group, if there's going to be a push into primarily vocals, primarily dance, primarily rap. I have no idea. Kyujin is the next member. She is a rapper, vocalist, a dancer, and the Magne, born in 2006. Oh my god, I was a sophomore. I was a sophomore in high school, or entering my sophomore year in high school. That's crazy, man. Okay, so there we go. Those are the members. I like to do just a little scan through because I'm really not going to learn them from that. It's going to take the videos and some behind the scenes stuff to really learn who these girls are. So now let's move on to New Frontier Declaration. I guess this kind of describes maybe what this group is about, what their storyline might be, the visual motifs of the group.
One day we saw a vision.
I know are they trying to be space girls again?
Everything we wished for came true. With every breath, we smelled sweet donuts, and multicolored jellyfish were floating in the sky.
Is this Lily's voice?
We all ran out as if we were racing, and played all day mimicking animals. For instance, pretending to be lions. However,
audibly
the
what I'm
moment
hearing,
we
I like.
close our eyes, we see the reality. Here, Happiness exists
Very
with
much
pain,
like what I'm hearing audibly.
and hope exists with disappointments. There are the ones who are neglected. There are the ones who must face the blizzard with their entire being. We are hoping to open our eyes with them. We are eager to go forward together towards the ocean-like world which we have been dreaming of. Some may say it's all worthless
I don't know why I have
and
captions
laugh
on
at us to
when
say we are
it-
just full of immature passion. But without hesitation, we are putting our small steps forward on the deck. Probably everything will be new, eternal, and chained together in that world. And we are absolutely ready to love that world. Why should we go there? Not because that is easy, but because that is hard. Towards the utopia, together
Oh.
with Nmixx.
The little black hole even. Okay. So yes, now that I've seen this in full, the moon, now that I've seen this in full, it's, I mean, you would be trying really hard not, if you were a fan of Luna, to think about Luna. And yes, this even musically, this sounds like a Luna trailer. The intro is like a Luna intro to an album so much. But that is fine. Like there's no copyright on a stylistic you know, choices like that. You can totally be another thing that someone else also kind of does. Like that is fine. Luna will continue to be Luna, Nmixx will be Nmixx. They'll be their own thing. I see no problem with that. And if they were inevitably inspired by that, then you know, imitation is the whatever highest form of flattery that they say, but Nmixx will be Nmixx themselves. And also I think Digipedi does have a hand in these videos somewhat, who does all of Luna's videos. Now whether they really have any say in that, I say it's very minimal. Really it's the direction of where the company wants to go and what they tell the, you know, that video production company to do. But I really don't see too much of a problem with that being very similar, because hey, Luna's my favorite group. I love Luna. If they're gonna have sounds that are similar to that, why would I not enjoy that? So let's check out the debut trailer now. Also, first, before actually I get into the debut trailer, things about storylines. Things about storylines in K-pop groups, I'm fine with it. The only thing is I wish these groups would go deeper, and hopefully they do, because they do a whole lot of saying some stuff, but it means absolutely nothing. There's a whole lot of like references and connections to other bits and pieces of their discography or music videos, but it doesn't really mean anything. It's just, hey, remember that from. So hopefully they have a purpose with their storyline. Hopefully it's actually somewhat substantial, because so far it's kind of just been something fun to think about, and nothing more than that. Let's do the debut trailer. Yeah, this is shot very well. Whoa. Boy, did that look similar. Hey, imitation, highest form of flattery, like I said. Very cool visuals. And I could see why JYP is doing this. Okay, I understand what we're going with here. This makes sense. They're trying to get on the periphery of mainstream here. Okay. So you have twice you're a bit more traditional, safer, safer girl group K-pop. You have ITZY, who really is supposed to be different, who is kind of a bit more of your weirder sector, where you kind of experiment and take some chances somewhat, but kind of halfway at the same time. And then you're looking at certain groups that are debuting now. You say some from SM, you look at maybe aespa, and JYP looks at their catalog and say, how do we bring this sound, how do we take this void in what we deliver and capitalize on it? And then they create a new girl group. So I can understand maybe exactly why they're debuting another group so soon after. That was interesting sounding. It really is like some oddity, diet word, experimental stuff. Not to say that I dislike it, but it's something that also is going to be very abrasive to people. I think that might have been one of their B-sides, because I heard people talking about fishy fish, but they're saying fresh. Okay, the time is now. Nmixx 0000. Let's check out this title track, the debut track. Let's do it. Boy, they're spending a lot of money on this, huh? Look at this. Oreo looks pretty sick. Was there just a Coke Zero ad in the middle of this music video? But like the most obvious Coke Zero ad I've ever seen? I mean, I guess I have to pay for this. They had their name on the ice cream sign even. Visually, there's so much going on right now. There's the bit of rock influence that I'm talking about. 2022, year of rock and K-pop. Okay, the song got good now. Right here, there's a fracture between one song and another song. And I actually enjoy it starting here. There's the donut shop. Everything smells like donuts. Is that a whale? Whoever thought of this video, whoever was on a serious acid trip, serious acid trip, I kind of love it and I'm confused at the same time. Maybe that's a good thing. This is the kind of impact you kind of want to have on your debut. Whether it's largely negative or largely positive, it doesn't really matter as long as people are talking about it. This sounds good. Oh, the choreography also pretty damn cool. This little swing bit here, Very cool. I like their styling. I'm wondering if we're going through the idea of different timelines, different dimensions. So you have the previous one, this one, and now getting back to the original. And that is kind of the explanation for the stark switch up. This is an expensive video. Their choreography is the highlight for me. Wait, is it over? What? I feel like I couldn't tell where it was going. I thought we were gonna have at least one more. Okay. I'm gonna listen to this one more time. This is really difficult to digest and kind of wrap my head around. I don't know what the hell it's really trying to say, if it's one of those things that's actually saying absolutely nothing but wants to look substantial, because it could be that. But interesting. This is totally not JYP in sound necessarily, and when people talk about noise music, when people want to talk about Stray Kids or look at NCT's like Sticker or something like that, that is so different from this. Like, we're not even on the same wavelength. I don't think the idea of noise music is even like okay. I think it's kind of dumb. Maybe it's just not your taste, then that's fine. But this is definitely structurally jumbled and incoherent, and whether you like that or not is kind of up to you and very subjective. But we're gonna listen to this one more time, because yeah, it's definitely hard to understand the first time you go through it. Choreo here I really enjoy, but this opening rap feels... Let me listen to it again. It feels soulless. Like they were told to do it and don't want to do it. That's kind of... I don't get like the... like the, you mean it, the passion in here. So it's this mix of like, they're almost in like a weird cyberpunky world here. That's supposed to be New York City? And then real quick, just to bring up the idea of people connecting this to other groups, in some of the shots, and especially the trailers more so than the MV. I wouldn't connect the MV. You 100% see a lot of, I at least see Luna inspiration here. But then people are also tying them to ATs because there's like flying ships, and because in the reel they were in like an alleyway like this. That's a stretch. That's a bit of a stretch. You can still shoot in alleyways. You're allowed to do that. There seems to be some ancient thing going on with this domino effect. What are these lyrics? Yeah, doorways as transitional into these different dimensions, and that domino effect. I'm wondering if there is some kind of butterfly effect that they're explaining, to where one action in the other dimension is affecting the other, and it topples like a domino effect. More closer. I like the song here. Someone was on some good shit. Maybe it's OO. Yeah, this rise here is great. I totally dig this part. Something about infinity. I want to hear these vocals live. This part sounds like something. What does this... What does that sound like? See, if you could take this drop, because this drop is kind of sick. When they go back to this style from the beginning, I actually really like it a lot more the second time. Like, I like it a lot more. Choreo, honestly, is very inventive. I want to see a live stage of this. She's actually got a lot of passion on her here in the center. I like the facial expression she's given. All right. And yeah, you have these maybe lenses to see through your different dimensions, and that being, I guess, paralleled with the donuts in the background. I don't know. Sweet donuts maybe being the rose-colored glasses that you see through, and that is the OO, the same thing. Everything's slightly, you know, tangentially connected in some way, and that is what a lot of these K-pop stories are doing. They're doing a lot of that, and then I go, okay, so what? Tell me why that means anything or matters. And hopefully they do. Hopefully it's not just a list of references for this group, and it actually has a means to an end. Pick and mix. Okay. I'm not going to be, I think, nearly as critical as some people were on this. I like to be honest and critical. I don't want to just enjoy everything and say, I love my favorite group. But I think when you take these kind of risks and are very experimental, it takes a bit to get to the point that you want to reach. You're going to have a lot of things that don't work, and there's a lot of things in this song that, in my opinion, and everything I say on here is my opinion, don't work. But there's some that do, and some that, because it does, while they're trying these new things and doing something a bit more experimental and out there, that it is kind of exciting, and hopefully it gets put together as this group grows. I think that they do have a song, I think they have a song called Tank, right? They might have other songs that release alongside this single. I'll probably do those after this. Please let me know. But overall, I see a lot of inspiration from other groups for sure, but that's not a crime. That's totally fine. I just think we need to maybe wrap our heads around what this song is and what this group will be. And in terms of this song specifically, it's not something I'm gonna listen to by myself, just audibly. This is what I'd like to describe as a performance song. This is something I'm going to probably really enjoy watching the live stage of, the choreography, everything surrounding it. But as a song just by itself, it's too haphazard for me. And I'm someone that really does like that experimentation, but here it just isn't executed as well as I would like, especially when it comes to the beginning. Middle part, I think, kind of kicks ass, and then the ending I also kind of enjoy, but the intro just doesn't do it for me. And I know this is going to be a very controversial song. I can kind of tell already just by listening to this track, and also everything that's been controversial about this group up to debut, and that this is a decision by JYP. Let's remember, this has nothing to do with the girls or their talent. This isn't their decision to want to do some concept like this or what have you. The vocals also, you have little flares of it in this song, but I would like to see exactly what these girls can do vocally, because I have heard really great things about their vocal capabilities in the song. They really didn't get a chance to really use them. for the most part. Raps also, I think, could be quite a bit better. What I was really blown away by was the choreography, the dancing, that performance aspect. So yeah, all in all, I'm lukewarm on it, but excited to see what they will release and how this continues in the future. Please let me know what you guys think. Also, be very nice in the comments. We don't talk shit about groups just for no reason. Constructive criticism is very different from just slinging shit at the wall and throwing a fit because you're a fan of another group or you're a fan of another label and JYP's coming out with a new group. So be nice to the ladies. Thank you guys so much. If you want to see more content from me, please check out my Patreon where I've got live stages, album reactions, and variety contents on there. We're going to be hyping up for Queendom 2 that's starting next month. Also, if you want to see any other things from Nmixx that I don't know about, whether it be another B-side or other performances or pre-debut stuff they've done, please let me know down in the description because I've kind of kept myself out of the periphery of them and don't really know too much about them exactly. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time.